5 key factors affecting used car prices. The used car market can be just as lucrative as the stock market or the real estate market. However, unlike those two, it can be a bit difficult to understand the rules of the used car market. And so, in this video, we discuss 5 key factors affecting used car prices. When should you buy? When should you sell? And when should you stay cool? 5. Manufacturing challenges. One of the biggest determinants of a used car's price is the manufacturing challenges that car makers face. This is a factor that many car flippers ignore, but actually has enormous bearings on the business. After all, if new cars are not entering the market, then people will go in for used cars. And as a result, the old car prices will increase. Manufacturing cars is a very complex process that has many moving parts. Cars do so much more than they used to do a few years ago, and so they need a lot of parts in order to come together. These parts may come in through a very complex supply chain involving many different companies and many different countries. And if there's a hitch in any of these parts at all, so many different companies could suffer, causing production quantities to drop off remarkably. At the present moment, there's a problem with the supply of microchips. These are technological devices that computerize cars and allow them to perform advanced functions. Because of this microchip scarcity, new cars are rarer and more expensive. And so, buyers are going in for used cars, whose prices are also increasing as well. 4. State of the used car market. No matter how much something is worth, its actual cost may be quite different from its value. This is because the marketplace where things are bought and sold has different rules which determine things like price. Supply and demand are some of the key principles by which any market operates. And so, no matter the components or condition of a used car, the state of the market has a great effect on the price. If the supply of used cars within the market is low while demand is high, then used car prices are going to surge. However, if supply is high while demand is low, then the prices are going to go in the opposite direction. The current market follows the former configuration more than the latter, and so used car prices are getting so high that they may soon be more expensive than even new cars. Some used car buyers and sellers may be surprised by this eccentricity of the market, especially when the market doesn't meet their expectations. After all, it's illogical for an asset to be cheaper or more expensive than its actual value. But hey, sometimes the market has its own logic. 3. Renovations and improvements. So, in spite of market eccentricities, a car's intrinsic value counts for a lot in determining its price. After all, even if the market has a huge demand for old Impalas, it doesn't mean you can sell your banged-up Impala for full price without question. Renovations you make or don't make can go a long way to affect a used car's price. Renovations can be great or minor. However, a choice in either direction will probably mean that you incur more costs. But if the renovations are implemented well enough, you could make the money back. You could even make an overall profit depending on the circumstance. But in general, you should avoid making renovations unless you are sure it will help you sell the car in a financially logical way. With essential renovations, you need to make sure you give them the attention they need. Don't be cheap in an attempt to hide a flaw. Rather, fix the flaw. Even if a buyer isn't necessarily interested in a car for pure functionality, they may be attracted to the model in question. They may buy the car regardless of flaws and decide to fix it themselves. But the most important thing is to be honest about the state of the car. In any case, renovated cars are generally pricier than their regular counterparts. 2. Mileage and condition. When attempting to sell a used car, one of the factors which will keep coming up is mileage. People can't negotiate over a car or evaluate its price without bringing up mileage. Well, mileage is a figure which shows just how far the car has traveled, and most people use this figure to evaluate the condition of the car. Even though there's no clear-cut relationship between mileage and condition, mileage is not a yardstick that will disappear anytime soon. People think that if a car has too much mileage, there's this perception that it might be prone to problems and might not entirely be worth the cost. This isn't exactly false. However, there are cases of cars having high mileage while still being in relatively great condition. But mileage aside, other factors such as body integrity, engine condition, performance, and interior and exterior appearance also contribute to the price. Like we touched on earlier, any of these things can be improved by renovations, although a deeper analysis will have to be performed to evaluate if this is worth the price or not. 1. Brand and age. This is perhaps the key determinant of a used car price. The brand, make, model, and age are all important in determining what a used car is worth. Used cars, like new cars, fall into much of the same categories. You could have luxury cars, sports cars, and mid-range cars. You don't expect a Ferrari to be the same price as a Toyota just because the Ferrari is used, do you? In fact, in some rare cases, a used car can increase in price because of its history and past ownership. And then there's the entire category of classic cars. These are cars that generally appreciate in value the more time goes on. And so, if you have a really old car, you might want to have it evaluated to see if it falls within any such category. If so, you could be in a position to score big on a resale. Coming to the end of this video, we hope you've learned a lot about the factors which are affecting used car prices. By understanding these factors, we can respond to them a lot quicker and take advantage of the used car market if need be. In any case, to learn more, check out other videos on this channel. Until next time, have a great day.